cranking up through the middle. A slight fumble from Motlop. Doesn't matter. Through centre half forward and closing. Burne-Jones, and on the end of it, Charlie couldn't help but take the mark.
And Port Adelaide go back, do the exact same thing, lace out the forward. That's about the difference between the two teams at the moment.
Here's Charlie Dixon. It's good enough. It's clapped through. Plenty of joy for...
He gave it to Polec, who's been in spectacular form. He bends it around. Maybe Charlie Dixon, as I mentioned, down the other end, who was waiting in the goal square deep. Both Charlies are playing deep, and Charlie Dixon to have a shot from the pocket.
That Polec kick around the corner is like a top spin lob, though. It's always going to drop short.
And he bends that to perfection. Does Charlie Dixon.
Went to Sam Gray and then out to Boak. The skipper. Time to go into the square, and Dixon, it was a bit of a fluky kick through the air, and Dixon realised sooner than Hart.
He's got to be better than that.
It's only 2 of his 11 kicks have hit the target.
Yep.
This one needs to. Charlie Dixon, boy, he tugged it left, but it's through. And he's trying to get something started.
It's a real attribute.
He's previously kicked 1 bag of 6, Doom, so...
He had... Oh, that's overhead. Have an easy one, Charlie. And they're trusting him to play with him because of his agility.
So, Charlie has the chance in the dying seconds of this game to kick his first goal of the day. And he has.
Barry, try and find a target as they go inside 50 again. Dixon! Well, shooting towards goal this afternoon as Charlie Dixon. That one looks a little straighter. That one looks much better.
Watts collects it. 20 seconds left. Takes off. Puts a central. Charlie Dixon's on the move. Used his body to perfection. And his hands were beautiful to go with it.
And you saw the difference in the kick-outs. One is turned over, gives Port Adelaide a shot at goal. The other end of the ground, the Power just got an easy exit, which essentially is the birth of this shot.
Lent back on his first.
From 45 out, he drills it after the siren, Big Charlie. And they come from everywhere. Pulls one in and blasts it back. Dixon! Well, he might have a sore knee, but his hands are just as good as ever.
It's a great mark by Howard and a long kick in. Big mark by Charlie. Can he convert?
From the paint. Gets a lot on it. Has he got enough on it? Just carried the line.
And then straightens himself up. Long ball, Dixon. Well done, Charlie. Oh, he roughed up Reds.
Get him one out. And this is just, well, this body on body, both players holding a little, and in the end, Charlie just too strong. Umpire, good decision to let that go, and good mark.
That is 2 very strong units going body on body there.
7-11 from set shots. This would make a massive difference. He's been in the spotlight all week. Well, there you go. What a start. The right bloke gets the first goal. Send it off, and then Houston back inboard and front and centre. Big Charlie. He got the opening goal last week. This would be big stuff. Is he hung it out? Is he hung it out? He's hung it in.
His hands and straight into Motlops, and now the dangerous Wingard. Long ball, top of the square. Did Dixon get a hold? I reckon he did.
As a defender, the ball's just coming in far too easy.
For his second of the term, and 5 in a row for Port Adelaide. Burne-Jones. One out, Dixon the way he loves it. And he might just get a free kick here. Was a shot on goal from this big power forward. He missed on that occasion. And he may just get this away before the siren. He's got 2 on the night. Now he won't. So the siren will sound. Charlie Dixon, good kick. Really good kick. Straight through the middle. Great way to finish the half.
About this distance last week, Ryder. Not going to be there. In fact, it's a mark by Dixon. caught everybody out except Big Charlie.
Sloppy by Melbourne.
Yep.
Didn't have anyone tall back there. It was Brayshaw v Dixon.
10 metres there. Jordan. I got him. That's good. Hold Sam and Jordan. Play on.
He's got it. He's kicked the goal. Brought right back in it.
This is now 15-5. That's been the real downfall of the Carlton Footy Club today.
Right along, Dixon. Big bodies. Good hands. It's been Charlie v Charlie. Dixon at one end, Curnow at the other. And the Blues are at breaking strain.
The clearance, great mark here. Tough for Silvani, one-on-one. I don't know how the matchup ended like that. That's the second time he's had Robbie Gray in one matchup. And Rowe,
Sam Rowe, he actually lost sight of the contest. He had one for the ball and one for the contest. Good goal, Charlie.
Powell Pepper. Dixon holds his ground and wins himself a free. But, I mean, he's royalty, and yet...
And that's maybe why he is royalty.
It probably is, because he's a man of the people. Dixon kicks the goal. Port Adelaide's 8. Feeman. He heads long. Dixon! Well, they've been skating on thin ice.
Just weighted numbers have gone in Port's favour. This is their 63rd inside 50, and it should put the icing on the cake.
For a 30-point margin and second spot on the AFL ladder tonight. A long way behind Richmond percentage-wise, but it's kind of Port Adelaide second. The Dixon taking another huge grab there.
Austin has, up until the last 30 seconds, done a great job all night.
So Charlie from 35 out. Kicks from 45 and drills it.
6 for Cleary. A number of those have been intercept marks.
Keeps it loaded. Dixon! Wet ball, dry ball, his ball.
Has probably done the better of it for 3.5, maybe even 4 quarters, and now he's got a chance to go number 4.
And it will look good in the paper tomorrow. 4 goals for Charlie Dixon.
Didn't make every endeavour to keep it in.
Gray puts it up for Dixon, who flies early, and he's going to get a free.
Come on, Charlie. The odds aren't great when you look at that, so, or he's due.
He's got to aim and fire straight, and that's what he does.
Yes.
Slots it. Is there life still for Port? It seems there is.
Right, he's a thumping kick as well.
Dixon comes. They've worked that out beautifully. There's a bit of blocking going on. Jack Watts might have helped with all of that, but he's done it already in this quarter once. The numbers are with him this time. Charlie Dixon to cut it to 23 points, and he has with authority. The Giants. Whitfield brushed off the first, and that meant there was trouble.
Well, he's given it to the Giants, I think. He's had 8 possessions, and they've been glorious. He's been fantastic.
He's about to kick his 3rd goal, which he did a few weeks ago. He comes in, puts it right through the middle. Carry them.
Well, it just causes chaos ball, doesn't it? He just creates a contest, and then on the ground, you've got all the superstars in Wingard. You've got Robbie Gray, you've got Sam Gray, you've got plenty of those players down there that can... And I'll tell you, Burn Jones has been good up forward as well. He's given him something. He's ceased up. Whitfield. Dawson Simpson needs to stand up.
Just pretty quickly to that. You see a lot of the ruckman watching the boundary umpires practice at the start of the game. Chance for big Charlie Dixon to get the Powers 3rd and extend the 2-point lead.
The opportunity one-on-one. So Charlie Dixon somehow amongst all that has managed to get a one-on-one. There should have been someone coming in to support. I reckon that.
So Charlie Dixon, 2021 for the year. 3-2 last week in the loss to the Giants. Shaped it nice and neatly. Umpire looks over his head.
Second half, Motlop loves them. High footy, 2-on-2 down here. Dixon in front. Too big, too strong.
Which say it's going to be just a couple of plays here or there that will make the difference.
With any of the breeze, just kick it low. Half goal post height would be enough for Charlie Dixon from here. And he does that very nicely indeed. So Dixon kicks his second, fast starting Port. It's an easy mark. Sends it up, puts it to the top of the square. Here comes Dixon. Good hands, good contested mark.
In this game, Charlie Dixon, he has had as big an impact on it as anyone. And see, once again, he's just presented up at the footy.
Left to hit the one wood off the tee, if you like, every time. Just gets it nice and aggressively and firmly. Keeps it low. Struck it beautifully. Got three, Charlie. There. So 55 from home. Short little ball into the pocket here, and the mark's taken by Dixon. Charlie Dixon, big kick in the context of the game here. 16 up. Good start. Perfect. There it is. 4 today. Nicely measured by Charlie, says Chelsea. Beautiful kick. He knew that's the way he had to work the footy, and he just set it up magnificently. Well, you're right. I think he's been good as well. Pepper fires from wide, and here he is, the man we speak of.
Simply been the difference in the game. The Bulldogs have had chances. They just haven't had anyone able to do this. And Daisy pointed out earlier that they are good at getting the third man up. They haven't got it today.
5 marks inside 50 for Charlie, and that's all the Bulldogs have had in total across their list that's played today. Dixon kicks 5.
Last week with his 10 disposals, but did have 5 score involvements. He's going to have another now because it was all set up for Charlie.
And he just plucked it.
Back to being goalless last Saturday. 4 marks and a behind. He's had 5, 4 and 3 all in the last month. That one is slotted.
Going to the top of the square, Charlie Dixon's a huge man. He's allowed a free run and jump at the footy. If you get an arm across or just stand in his way, you eliminate that threat straight away. So poor defensive play there from the West Coast Eagles defenders.
And having a look at it, looks like Shannon Hearn was on him because Barras was off at this stage. So, yeah,